welcome to today's meditation healing. I know that we still have physical bodies, and sometimes taking in the light that is pouring into the planet, and they've showed it scientifically, everything is speeding up. The thought fields are speeding up. We have EMFs slicing and dicing us all the time. But simultaneously, we're also spiritually waking up, and our inner core of light is pulsing, and it's wanting to move out and completely absorb and take over our physical body. So think about it. I mean, we're thinking of it as a glorious thing, all the light coming in, but it's hitting against our old thought fields, our old habits of eating, our old exercise habits, and our own DNA and hereditary issues, all mixed up with us becoming light beings from within and from without. So we've got this energy, this crunchy energy here, and we have physical issues as a result. And sometimes it's easy to say, you have a knee issue, you're afraid of moving forward. You have a back issue, you feel like nobody's watching your back. The world isn't safe. So those might help a little bit, but those are human constructs, and they're based on other people's experiences. I don't think, well, I know the planet has never gone through a situation where everything is upgraded through the human circuitry, electromagnetic circuitry of huge conscious beings who volunteered to be born into these physical bodies. Think about it. It's a pretty wild thing. So it's normal to have pressures and movement and heart palpitations as you gently are moving between, and it's 12 different stair steps of light body. There's a wonderful book. It's called What is Light Body? And it's channeled. You can just find it by that. What is light body? And it helps you understand the physical symptoms. But sometimes, even with what we've learned with the Be the Light, that we do have domain, sovereignty, and we can command the energy particles. Sometimes something is resistant, and that resistance holds the key to your absolute freedom. When that item is mitigated, seen, communed with, everything that is out of alignment, there is a reason, and usually it's to teach us something. So if you're on this call today or watching it later, I'm going to ask for something, and honestly, you're not going to heal unless you can be here with this process 1,000%. That means your eyes need to be shut, and you need to stay awake. And suddenly I have that tough mother voice. Well, I'm saying, if you're not going to do the steps, then don't be mad that it's not going away. This taking charge of our physical patterns, physical thinking patterns, takes such focus. We can't be distracted. We can't be doing something else because you're dividing your attention. And I'll be honest with you, that's why the problem is reoccurring. We must focus on the issue and give it light and more light and more light and more light. And it's not comfortable. We know it takes 7 years from the first thought of, oh, I'm a spiritual being and I'd like to be in bliss. I'll tell you a quick story. I've gone to full bliss, full, complete physical, emotional bliss, I don't know, maybe 10 times. But 2 times it was very significant because I was with another person and we did it harmonically together in Egypt in geometrically little designed caves that were meant for that. They were meant, just as like the ancient priestesses would take a person and by the geometric, everything's mathematical, vibrational. And they knew which tones to tone into which part of that body in that capsule geometric room to dislodge whatever it is. Your thoughts are electromagnetic in sound as well. They have electromagnetic energy. So we're going to go through this with electromagnetic energy, but you're going to have to use all of your focus. So if you find yourself with your mind drifting or wanting to do something else, you're only kidding yourself. You really aren't going to heal, and you really don't want to. Maybe just go have coffee and put your feet up. It takes full on focus, as if it's the most important thing in the world. And if it's blocking you, or if it's severely uncomfortable, let's just say it's pretty high up there in priority. So it may not be a physical issue. It might be a repetitive thought. Repetitive thought of there's not enough money, or I don't trust people. Whatever it is the thing that is stopping your entire energy field from singing and dancing from that pure bliss state that I attained 10 times, but didn't hold. Why didn't I hold it? Because I went back to my Achilles heel of whatever operant fear, beliefs, or expectations. I blasted it enough to have freedom until my patterns of thinking, reacting, or eating, or not eating, or walking, or not walking, took me back to that same space. So in today's meditation, we're going to talk to the issue, and we're going to ask to be open to and put the key in the lock for what we really need to do. Your car can't move unless you have the key, okay? So it's fine to understand what's wrong with the car, but to get it moving again, you're going to need that key. So I'll do my best to focus and take us in, but remember, if you're not here 1000%, this is something deep for you. Really let it drop in. Okay. So I am going to give prompts from Spirit and my magical desk here with all of my tools. We'll start with this. I'm going to ask you to sit up straight. You can have a pillow at the base of your back so you're comfortable. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. 80% of all information and distraction comes from the visual. I'm going to ask you to drop in even further. If your eyelids are relaxed, your whole body relaxes. So I want you to take your hands and put your fingers over your eyes. You can open your eyes for a moment and look at me. And I want you to press lightly. Now your thumbs are extending out on either side. And in a moment, I'm going to have you press down the fleshy part of your ears so you can't hear anything. We need to drop inside. We're going to talk to the body, okay? So when I ring the bell 3 times, press your earlobes closed and just focus on your breathing for 3 long breaths. We must shut down the sensory signals that distract us. We ask and intend to set a sacred space. We release our thoughts and we enter with our imagination, a black velvet void. Only energies of the highest light may be in this space with us now. We call in our spirit guides, and their specific job is to track and know and support us. They see and know exactly what you are feeling and experiencing. And they are asking you to be completely open and present, and to not be in a hurry to see or know things, because we are dropping into a different, deeper level. A level of feeling the information deep in your body, so that your body can speak to you and not words, not the mind jumping in and taking over. So I would like you to take your attention to your stomach area, your will. We ask and intend to dial into the power of our will, to have no thoughts, and to feel safe and grounded in this expanded state. We place a precise geometric structure around each of our energy fields. We understand that this geometric structure fits perfectly into the larger grid of reality on all levels. Every cell, your brain geometry, the geometry of the planet, the galaxy, and the universe. So you are an infinitely connected, divine, pulsing being of light, who has volunteered the arduous journey of incarnation and bringing heaven to earth through you. Profound. Just as the birthing process of a human infant has fluids, blood, purging, pain, and later we celebrate the new birth. So know that this is all for good, for the good, for you, for the planet, for Earth's regeneration through you. So just feel into every cell, and we're going to take a body scan. And you know exactly what is out of balance, what is not working, what is distracting you and keeping your attention and focus. Without giving it words, feel into it. It is a vibrational construct to bring more clarity or more lessons to you or others that you promise to serve. There are no accidents. This is part of your journey, your healing in the timing and the grace of your own story embedded within the larger story. So it has value. We must appreciate all that is occurring because we are learning our self-efficacy. The more we understand our innate power to co-create, uncreate, and discreate. With that comes confluent with the responsibility of using that skill with the highest integrity and discernment. So there are steps within the healing to ensure that the healing has the greatest gift for you with the personality and consciousness that you hold in this moment. So you might say the problem is an unwrapped gift. Take a deep breath and feel into this issue as never before, deeper. Let it reveal itself to you. Let it sit in front of you, this issue, in a chair, as if it has a life force. It has a movement, a trajectory, a birth and an ending. And you are sitting in your chair, your eminence, your sovereignty, in your heart, and this issue is sitting across from you. All of our divine helpers are surrounding us, and they know. They know what this issue is trying to tell you. And they're telling you this is a big step for your spiritual path to figure it out, to focus on it and get it and release it in your own timing of grace. So open the ears of your heart and ask, what is this? Now ask, what is it that I have been unwilling or not ready or not the right timing to understand or know about this issue? And I am now ready to go to the bottom of it and take responsibility and see the absolute truth of it so I can change my role. Now listen and feel for the information. And see the stair steps, the readiness, and the movement that has occurred to this moment. And know that in a nanosecond, fully accept and acknowledge what it is and what it needs to move. Ask, what is my responsibility, my new choices, and using my will to recreate this experience? We have received this essential guidance. And now, because we have accepted and realized and faced it and listened, we're going to move into a hyper vibrational state where movement can be instantaneous, where the potential for quantum shifts are accelerated. Because you're not rolling dice anymore. You're not watching and waiting. You have decided to be healed. We ask and intend in this moment to be shown our healed profile, our absolute, perfected, relaxed, resilient, harmonic, physical state, divine resting state, human and divine frequencies, balanced and interwoven. The divine guides and beings here are projecting that. And because there are quite a few around each of us, the projection is of such a high, perfect order. It is reordering everything in our physical body now to this healed state. And we can choose. We can say to ourselves now, I ask and intend to allow this healing and reorganization of the particles of my physical body, of my mental and emotional processing towards the highest harmony, well-being, and bliss in this moment for myself. Now, imagine you're opening your crown chakra for the Creator to help stabilize and integrate an even more refacilitation of the frequencies. And you know how it goes in the Be the Light. You simply open your crown chakra, and the Creator has been listening and preparing the perfect formula essence that is now hovering over the top of your head in a beautiful, delightful ball. As we do this, you might have some physical sensations. After all, you are impressing, embodying, and allowing a complete reboot. So on your next breath, if you say yes, allow it to come and melt down into your crown chakra, into your head. And we have 1,000,000 sparks of neurological reprogramming going on in your brain. Tired of this, ready to let go. So all the basement to the high-rise ceiling, every part of your brain is being rewired in every single floor. Complete rewiring towards this new healed, healthy, perfected self. And it's going through old self-sabotages, Achilles heel, old stuck thought patterns, old habits. And it's lifting you up to a new place. And all you have to do is meet it and say yes. On all levels. Emotionally, physically, mentally, and of course spiritually. So you're being remade. Big makeover. Deep, deep, deep. Now let it go in. And if there's a specific place in your body, let it be like a golden tipped arrow of light that goes right into that area and reestablishes the frequencies of release, spaciousness, a new order within that specific system, sending messaging out to your entire self that this, in fact, is the new patterning. We ask and intend that we release any unconscious resistances or any need, any little mental suction cups, very, very complex stories people create for many reasons. We ask that we let that go. That goes into the incinerator in the basement. It creates warmth and heat and power. The old energy is old, and it becomes the power for the new. So you have a generator in the basement. Your old energy is providing, incinerating, releasing, freedom, opening. And you are now becoming purified, perfected, and healed. Just let it run through all your bones, all your tissues, your spine, all of your organs. Just allow it. Now let it go 20% deeper, drenching, moving, plunging. We ask and intend that this healing process and timing be in grace for each of us and comfortable. And letting it move, especially in front of our abdominal trunk area. All that stiffness and stuckness and bloating and carrying all that is now being washed away. New arterial, like tributary flushing, fresh oxygen. Everything is glowing and opening and releasing. Just continue to allow it. Take a nice deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth. And you must decide, I am ready for this. I receive it, I allow it, and I choose for it to be integrated and hold it from this moment on. We must use our human will to allow what spirit guides and the Creator has been wishing for us all along, and our higher self as well. So we're keeping that energy moving and flowing deliciously. Taking nice deep breaths, letting the energy go down at the bottom of our feet. Out the bottom of our feet and connecting into the crystalline earth grid and back up through the feet, and that we are connected and held in this new circuitry. The earth energies come up and flow through our feet, up through our body, kind of weaving together. The new human on earth here, holding a new reality that is comfortable and healed in a happy body. This energy go all the way through your body, up at your crown chakra, and connect with Source. Take a deep breath. And I am seeing a glorious, bigger grid being given even more light, infused with more light. Because remember, You are one circuit node, electromagnetic, within an entire grid node, and we have just added significant amperage, more light. So we are going to hold this light and feel it moving and pulsing through us deliciously. Put in a beautiful golden resilient bubble around your physical energy field of grace. And I'm going to stop the recording now. We'll have a discussion and see if anyone would like just a little bit more movement or questions or anything along that line. I'm Jan Jorgensen at Sound and Light Healing Arts.